visiting Frankton Eagles. Starting at guard, 5'10", junior number 11, Max Carr. Left guard, 5'9", junior number 12, Lee Mott. 6'2", freshman number 21, Ethan Stansberry. 6' sophomore number 34, Vaughn Miller. And 6'3", freshman number 50, Ty Ederson. Now, here's the starting lines for your hometown Tipton Blue Devils. Starting at guard, 5'9", sophomore number 12, Oliver Conway. Second guard for the Blue Devils, 5'7", freshman number 20, Nick Nassif. Third guard, a 5'10", junior number 22, Drake Johnson. 5'1" forward and 6'6" sophomore number 33, Sam Hunthouse. The other forward is 6'2" freshman number 40, Jason Clark. Now to the visual substitute again, Frankton and the Tipton. With a timeout, Frankton. 30 seconds. Our reception is taking place in the H lab, which is located in this hallway, running to recycle features. The former player, coach, cheerleader, running here for the reception zone. Also, we invite parents on chicken and sandwiches if you can carry along with the junior class. The secondary position Eagles. Rearing for the Blue Devils, number 20, Mason, number 40, Space Clark. Number 22, Greg Johnson. On to number 22, Greg Johnson. Tipton, that's Tipton, 7th foul. Number 34, Devon Miller for the Blues. Reading forward at number 32, Mason Whitehouse.
be prepared to ask questions to them, I guess.
Okay. Do I need to know that, or is there anything going on the floor?
I'm sure there's going to be something going on the floor. So wherever the act, like we got the banner over there, so make sure you guys point the camera over there when it's being unveiled. Yeah, if they're like on the court like this, keep the camera running and stuff. If you need anything else from me.
Just make sure you let me know if I'm interviewing anybody.
Players?
Yeah, like after the game.
Okay.
Make sure you tell me.
Timeout, Tipton. This is a full timeout, Tipton. And I'm the head basketball coach here at Tipton High School. And tonight we're here to honor a great basketball coach, to honor great Tipton men and women associated with the program, in fact, a daughter associated with the Big Bar. We're here to honor his legacy here this evening. Coach Barr was very special to so many, and I think it's a testament to Coach Barr that we have so many of his former players, and Gene's here as well, and his daughter. We're very fortunate as Tipton fans here to be here tonight, okay? these teams got behind the effort and helped us purchase additional shootways, even allowing us to have one for the middle school. And if you don't know what a shootway is, it's a machine we use to shoot the basketball. So it really helps, and we're really thankful for these men. Another thing that we're in the process of doing right now is we renovate a lot of these signs right here will become banners. It's always been a dream of Corey Fernand, and our athletic director, to have a gym where we have banners hanging from the rafters. And I know a lot of you out here in our Republic and a lot of our men here tonight want to assist in that. So that's the next thing that we'll be doing for this gymnasium. So I'm going to turn this over to the MC, Mark, but let me just say this before I do. We have a thing that we say every day in basketball practice, guys. It's a great day to be a Blue Belt. I want you to know it's tonight. It's a great day to be a Blue Belt. Let's give these guys a hand. And now I'll go to MC.
Thank you, Coach. It's great to see you again. The last time I think we were together, Coach, was 35 years ago at the Tri-Central Field. Yeah, great to see you. Thanks. And thanks also to Corey for having us. Also, Superintendent Glaze, the school board, and all the people at Tipton for allowing us to be here and what we're going to do. So I want to give a quick bio of Coach Marr, a little bit more detail. His career, he had 485 wins in his overall career. He coached at Tipton twice. Most of you probably know that. He coached from 1960 to 1965, and also from 1975 to 1983. And this is an amazing story. In the era of single-class basketball, the 1964 team was ranked number 1 in the regular season, and finished the season ranked number 3. But during that regular season, Coach Marr's team beat provincial state champion Lafayette Jeff, and also the runner-up Frankton for the regular season. So incredible. During this era, his teams won 7-48. Coach returned in 1975. The 1979-1980 teams ranked as high as number 11. Finished the season ranked number 18. Also during the era of single-class basketball. The 75-83 teams won a total of 99 games. So his overall record at Tipton was 173 to 115. While he was here, he coached 3 Indiana All-Stars. Throughout his career, Coach Marr had 6 Indiana All-Stars, including Mr. Basketball Michael Frankton Jeffersonville. He also coached, and I'm going to be really short, so that's not tonight. He had many players go and play in college, including schools like the University of Georgia, Miami, Kentucky, Indiana, Auburn, Nebraska, North Dakota State, Wabash Valley, Cumberland, Morehead State, South Alabama, Utica, IUPUI, St. Joe's, Hanover, Wabash, Hawaii, Morehead State. So there's a huge list. So I'm going to turn it over to Coach's daughter Janice, and we're going to hear from 2 of the players from 2 separate eras.
And I'm all smile and apply my answer. You don't understand the and he felt that way about each and every one of you. And it meant so much that you always stayed back and checked in and advice. And I know when you were playing with him, you may have thought that he was just teaching you to be basketball. But I knew as an outsider watching, he was teaching us all easy. And thank you very much.
administration for allowing us to do this with Coach Clark. I played for Coach starting in 1966 season. Coach came here, inherited a basketball program that was in pretty sad shape. If my memory serves me correct, the team before came on one basketball. So he had a big job to try to turn this thing around. One of my first memories of Coach is at the call-out station. And this is 1960, and Coach got everybody in the room or invited multiple was going to come out the basketball hall here. So we all went down there and walked in, and Coach is sitting there with 20 basketballs, white basketballs, rubber basketballs. Played in basketball in those areas, and you don't know what a rubber white basketball was. Well, what's this going to be about? Well, after his comments, like, Coach rolled a basketball out to each one, and he said, if you expect to play in the fall, basketball needs to be worn out when you come back. And so we headed into that first practice, that first season. Wow, we were, and Coach ran instruments, we ran bleachers, and Coach started teaching the fundamentals of basketball. He was, I believe, had to be one of the greatest fundamentals teachers in the state of Indiana. If you look at how many programs he turned around, that's how he always started. He turned it around by getting fundamentals drilled into his players. He did it in a way that was fun. He had all these bars. When first practice, he hands out a sheet of paper. He's got all these metaphors on there about each of which represented the fundamental position we ought to be working on. Make a long story short, my second year, 61, 62, let's turn the program around. We had a winning season in the sectional finals, got beat by a very fine Noblesville team. And from there, the basketball took off. Obviously, the 64, 65 team, number one in the state, had already not broken his foot. Before the sectional, I had a very strong foot in that team with the state. That beat in overtime in the sectional. From there, they won the section following year. From there on, Coach went on to build another program. Coach was a program builder, and better than that, he was a person builder. And I learned so much from him. He inspired me so much. I learned so many things that I've been able to take into life and apply. And I look back in those days and some of the greatest times that I ever had. Coach Barr belongs in Indiana High School, Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. We want to do everything in our power to try to see that happens. Coach, I know you're looking down up there. We love you. Thank you for everything you did for Tipton basketball.
The first thing that I want to do tonight is to say thank you to Pat Brown. Coach Barr's life and legacy is being honored tonight because of Pat. Pat, you made this happen. I also want to thank Coach Hawkins and Corey for all that you did to make sure that this happened as well. When Coach Barr returned to Tipton in 1975, I was 13 years old, and I was heading down a long path. I played basketball, but I didn't really play it with passion and purpose. Coach Barr changed all of that in the course of 1 week. That summer, he coached our 8th grade group for a week to get us ready for the tournament that we were playing. life-changing for all of us, not just me. After 1 week, his impact on me was so profound that I did have a purpose. And that purpose was to be a basketball player. He was unlike anything that we had ever encountered. His energy, his intensity, his fire, he had this presence that just demanded your respect and demanded your attention. Like all kids, we had fooled ourselves into thinking that we knew something about hard work. It took about 5 minutes of that first practice with Coach Barfest to realize we had no clue. In an instant, the demands had changed, the expectations and standards for us were raised, and we all wanted more. We couldn't wait for the next day's practice. That's how our journey began with Coach Barber. And that journey ultimately resulted in him influencing us in a way that made us all better basketball players and better people. Coach didn't win 450 games by accident. He was a great coach. He had certain bedrock principles and values that made all of those things possible. And it became part of the culture he created every single place that we went. Number one, every practice, every game, we played hard, we played smart, and we played unselfish. Number two, you played for your teammates, you lifted them up. Number three, you always dug a little bit deeper. Even when you thought you'd done everything that you could, and you couldn't do anything more, he told us that we always could. And number four, work hard on the game all year round individually. Coach was a consistent winner because of the emphasis that we placed on fundamentals. We were probably one of the most fundamentally sound teams in the state. It was all because of the emphasis that we placed on passing, counter, screen, getting, rebound, dribbling, shooting. We worked on those things every single day. We also worked because he was a great motivator. He inspired me to want to constantly improve. We valued players who worked out in the off season, especially if you push yourself harder in those workouts. We loved seeing you chase the dream of being the best basketball player that you could be. We challenged you every single day to never continue, never be satisfied. Keep pushing every single day when you know. Because we had so much respect for him, because we held him in such high esteem, that whatever he told us to do, we were going to do it. And we did that because we knew that Coach Barber showed up for us every single day. Not for him, but for us. Coach was successful because his teams were always in great shape. We had a 2-week preseason conditioning program that was sheer brutality. It was borderline criminal. I think every one of us would prefer a 2-week stay in maximum security prison over this conditioning program. Each day, we would head out to the track. We would get to the track where we would head by a 25-pound weighted vest with our names on it. We would put the vest on and then we would proceed to run dozens of 50, 100, and 200 meter sprints. Now, after all that, if you didn't get carted off on a stretcher, you made your way back in, but you went for 100 bleachers up in the balcony. And I'm not talking about those cement steps in the between bleachers, I'm talking about bleachers where up and back was one way. So you did 100 bleachers in sets of 10. You don't think we were in shape when the season started? Here's the thing about it. For Coach, it was just another teaching book because he understood that we could always do more and he wanted us to. It didn't matter how much you were hurting, it didn't matter how tired you were. We wanted you to understand that you could always find a little bit more to keep pushing through. Finally, and far away, the most important factor in Coach's success was his leadership. He was an absolutely phenomenal leader. He expected you to do everything that you could to help the team succeed. And he expected you to play hard, so we did. He expected us to play with grit and toughness, so we did. He expected us to be selfless, so we were. His values became our values. He created a team-first culture where you understood every day that you were playing for something bigger than yourself. He got us to come together as one, to play hard for one another, to care about each other. Because of his leadership, we felt like we were a band of brothers doing battle as one, once for all. He also led us by making us feel confident. He praised you when you did good things. And his praise made you feel like you could conquer the world. His seal of approval was like the wind in our sails. Coach Tar is a Hall of Fame person, and he's a Hall of Fame coach. Every single day he used basketball to teach us the value of things like sacrifice, discipline, perseverance, and selflessness. And each and every one of us that plays is a better person because of the life lessons that we learned. I am so fortunate to say that my life has been full of love, laughter, and joy. I am absolutely sure that it will not turn out that way. The coach did not set me on the right path when I was 13 years old. And he cared enough about me to make sure I stayed on that path. Here's what's truly amazing about my story. It's not unique to Coach Tar. He worked the same magic with countless dozens of other players that he coached. He was an absolute life changer, and his entire life was a never-ending act of generosity. Coach, if you are listening, as I have told you many, many times, I love you. I'm forever grateful. If the purpose of life is to use the gifts that you've been given to make a positive difference, then no one did it better than you. Thank you.
Thank you for the comments. It's amazing. Everybody out on the floor, if you can take a look over here, over the locker room door. Go ahead. So as everyone else said, Ben, Janice, Jay, Coach, we love you. And here's to another W tonight for you. So thank you very much.
here pretty soon. We'll be fortunate enough to have a conversation with one of the players coached by Coach Barr here. We'll see if we can get him up here as soon as we can. But that'll be coming up in just a few minutes.
voluntold a lot of things today. I'm sure. Yeah, sure.
That out of my pocket.
What's your name again?
Grayson.
Grayson?
All right, I've got a former player from Coach Barr. If you'd take a minute to introduce yourself and your relationship with
Sure.
Coach Barr.
My name is Mark Joins, graduated class of 1980. So played for Coach for 4 years in the late 70s up to the year 1980.
All right, and how was Coach Barr as a person, and then how was he also as a coach?
Very similar in my mind, very demanding, but also very loyal. As you heard some of the other folks talk about, he had a lot of love for his players, but he also he held us accountable for what we were doing on and off the court. So not only fundamentals, that kind of thing, but also in the classroom. So he was very, very good at holding us all accountable, not only to ourselves but to each other. So
We've had quite a few coaches like that come through from Tipton. Do you think that's a kind of a standard that he set, or?
Potentially, right? Because he started back in the '60s and then came back, and then to your point, we have had amazing coaches ever since then. So I think it's a really great expectation that the community set for our basketball program.
And speaking of the community, as you mentioned, how do you think Coach Barr has had an impact on the community, both back in the day and still lasting to today?
I think you look around, right? I mean, the gym has really not changed that much. I think it's an iconic venue. I've been fortunate enough to play in gyms all around the state of Indiana and all around the country, big, small, and this is one of the best places in the world, in my mind, to play basketball. And I think a lot of it has to do with back in that era. And I was glad to hear Corey and Coach Hawkins talk about how we want to keep it this way, but we can continue to make improvements. So I think it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yep. And then what do you think is one lesson Coach Barr has taught you and some of the other players throughout your life?
I would say preparation, right? So that's something that we learned on the basketball court, but also you heard Jay speak earlier eloquently about how much Coach means to him and how he's changed his life. But I think within my life, Jay and I talked about it this last week, that preparation and those lessons learned are things that I use every day, not only in my family life, but my professional life as well.
All right. And then what's one of your favorite memories that you as a player have had with Coach Barr?
We could be here for the whole game on that, but Jay touched on this. The very first practice that we had as eighth graders coming into the summer program, the very first thing we did is we were right up here behind us running those bleachers, and as Jay mentioned, it was not the steps. You were running up and down the seats, so the spread was a lot harder. But we talked about how after that practice we had never worked so hard, but had so much fun doing it, and it was a lens into what was to come. So that's a memory that I'll never forget.
All right. And then I'll just give you a few minutes here if you want to have anything else you'd like to say or anything like that.
No, I think it's amazing that you're doing this live streaming. I know that there's people that were not able to attend from all over the country. So hello to all you, the former players. Hopefully we can get this to Jean, Coach Barr's wife. It's amazing that you're doing this. And this is as we said, the iconic gym we have here, but this kind of technology takes it up another level. So thank you for doing this, and thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Very good.
So who's your dad?
So your last name is Weddle?
Yeah.
So
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's basketball game. We're got a home matchup against the Frankton Eagles. We'll try and get the scoreboard back up and running here. And it looks like we're good to go. Announcing the starting lineups right now. Should be the same starters as last game. We'll see if any changes are made to the lineup. We'll start off with Maverick Conaway at the guard position. He'll be wearing number 2 tonight. Joining him in the backcourt, number 3, Grady Carpenter. Nolan Swan wearing number 11 will complete the backcourt. The first forward for tonight's game, number 20, Connor Hassong. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 23, Jackson Money. Blue Devils, of course, coached by Cliff Hawkins. Start off a little bit late. Looks like we'll be rounding out right at 8 o'clock. The ceremony for Coach Barr taking about 30 minutes as Tipton wins the tip-off. They'll have the first possession. It'll be Nolan Swan. He'll look to start things off from the top. Connor Asong going to try a 3. First points of the game going to Connor Asong. He'll start Tipton off on the right foot. One of the keys for Tipton last game was showing a different defense nearly every time they played it. It looks like they're showing a little bit of pressure here so far. Frankton does get it down low and a foul called. Will be against Tipton down low on the floor. Foul going against Maverick Conaway. Joey Wright to inbound for the Eagles. They look for something inside. Now they've got it to the corner. Bates dribbles towards the middle and he'll hand it off. Right up top. Back to Bates. Cross court pass. That'll make its way to Moore. He'll shoot a 3. No good to tie the game. Nolan Swan comes up with the rebound. Here's Carpenter on the left wing. Looking for Conaway, cutting up towards the middle. Into the corner for Money. Driving inside, he'll be stopped. Carpenter for 3. That one, no good off the rim. Rebound caught by Wright. Here come the Eagles. Slow down, they'll play this one in the half court. Right, pressured by Money up top. Tipton in their 2-3 zone now. A different look even from their first defensive possession, something we saw last game against Frankfurt where Tipton took a comfortable 20-point victory. Looks like Money's playing a little bit higher on the zone. Backdoor lob. It'll be caught down low by Gardner. He's going to look for some shots. He's going to need to pass out though. Bates rather for 3. He'll tie up the game. Tyler Bates answering with a 3 of his own. Swan with 32 last game. He's going to look to get going with the assist department here as Hassong not able to put in another one. In and out for the shot. Frankton, usually a slower paced team on the offensive end. Waiting for the perfect opportunity to shoot as they might get it right here down low. Gardner puts in 2 more. Frankton known for slow offense, but Very fast-paced defense, as seen in the JV game, the full court trap giving our JV team a lot of problems, even though they do come out with a 4-point victory in that one. As Carpenter going to tie the game, he'll put in his first 2 of the night, driving inside on the baseline. Them back with their first defensive look that they showed from the first possession. Kind of a trapping style defense. It's giving Frankton a little bit of problems, but they'll have an open 3 from the corner. Moore is good from there. Here comes Swan. He's going to look for Conaway. It goes on in the opposite direction to Carpenter, driving towards the baseline. Pull-up jumper for 2. That one just short. Rebound caught by Carmick. You'll have Moore in the corner, swings it back. Wright will slow it down. He'll swing it to the corner. The Eagles pressuring the outside. Carmick cross-court pass to Bates. A 3 from Bates, no good. Rebound caught by Hasong. He'll give it up to Carpenter to push it down the floor. He's got Money waiting on the right side. Cutting Swan. One more pass to Carpenter. 3 from the top of the key. That one no good. Goes to the right side. Bates ends up with the rebound. He'll be slowed down by Money. Tipton in their 2-3 zone this time. Bates has it down low to Gardner. Kicks it out. Swung around. Bates thought about the 3. Cross-court pass. There's Carmick. For 3 is good. Frankton doing a really good job that time of moving the ball around the Tipton zone. Conaway catches down low. Hasong from the corner. No good that time. But Tipton still fights for the rebound. Money's on the floor. He catches, kicks it out to Conaway in the corner. Hasong. He'll kick it out to safety. Carpenter. Straight up top. Looks for the handoff to Swan, but it's no good. Money's 3, no good. Swan tries to catch. He might have saved it off of the Eagle defender. Heads up play from Nolan Swan as Landon Spidell makes his way into the game. 3:27 left on the clock in the first quarter. Landon Spidell with 8 points and 7 rebounds. A lot of those offensive rebounds giving Tipton second chance points. As Money not able to connect with the 2. The rebound caught by Hasong. That one no good. Spidell tries to get that rebound. Not able to, and a foul called. Trying to hustle his way back. Foul going to be on Spidell. Money pressuring up top in the top part of the 2-3 zone. Looks like they want to send Money to pressure the Eagle guards out there. Carmick, ball tipped away by Hasong. A great steal by Hasong. Taking the ball straight out of the hands of Carmick. Swan trying to get inside. He'll go all the way, dish it off to Hasong down low. Hasong's 2, no good. Looks like the Eagles got a hand on that one. Tipton gonna have to try again. Ball tipped. It'll stay with the Eagles. Tipped off of Hasong. They look down low, but Carpenter read that. Here comes Money on the other end. Going up for 2. That one no good. May have been a slight block there. Down low by Bates. A timeout called by Frankton as the Eagles lead 11-5. Tipton able to get some good looks, but not quite able to finish them off. They had a really good shooting night last night against the Frankfurt Hot Dogs, but tonight they're starting off a little bit slower. It could cause some issues. refreshing the ball up top is Sam Quigley. Substitution in for Jackson Money. Tipton going to switch into their man-to-man defense. This is their third defense they've shown tonight in just under 6 minutes. Let's see how Frankton decides to deal with the man. Looks like Tipton had that play read as Frankton was trying to get a backdoor look there. Not able to. Frankton a lot of backdoor cuts and then filling the gap that the cutter leaves. There's enough space to shoot there. And it's kicked out. That'll be right for 3, no good. Rebound collected by Carpenter. He's got Swan waiting down court. Opposite block to Quigley. He's going to have to save it in. Carpenter getting all the way to the basket. The shot's no good. Tipton really struggling from shooting. And a foul called on Swan. Tipton getting really good looks on their cuts. Just not finishing. 1:29 left to go. Back in is Money. Hassan going to come out. It'll be Nunley, the sub for Frankton. Inbounds it safely to right. Takes it over to Morris, who swings it one more to Bates. That may have been Everson that got fouled. And that'll be the second foul on Nolan Swan, and as he comes out, back in is Connor Hassan. 3 fouls from Tipton compared to the 1 of the Eagles. Or 7 fouls rather already. The scoreboard's changing here. It says we have 11 now, but that is not the case. Anyway, here come the Eagles on offense. They've had a lot of good looks themselves, and they've definitely been finishing off the play more than Tipton has this game. As they try to get it down low to Nunley. It swung around. That'll be Bates up top for 3. That one good. Tyler Bates, the leading scorer of the game so far. He's got a couple threes now. 40 seconds left to go. Tipton going to need to get back in this one early. It's a handoff back to Carpenter. He's forced to the corner, but he has Spidell rolling. Kicks it out to Quigley. Swings to Money. Pull-up jumper for Jackson Money, and that one will find its way home. Money cuts the lead down to 7. Eagles with just about 15 seconds left to go. They'll get it safely to right. Swings it over to Bates. In the corner for Nunley. Back up top. Right decides not to shoot with 5 seconds left. Here come the Eagles. They're going to need to get a shot up. 1 second left. It's Bates from the corner, and that one no good off the rim. Frankton's going to come out of the first quarter with the lead, 14-7. Starting off the second quarter here, it'll be Frankton basketball. As Tipton's going to look to fix some of their mistakes, mostly the finishing around the basket, and Their zone defense in particular was a little slow to rotate, giving Frankton many opportunities, and they've been definitely scoring more of them than Tipton has. Bates is going to try another one for three. That one good. Bates definitely giving Tipton a lot more problems than they expected coming into the game. Tipton going to look back to get back into this one early on in the quarter. They're going to need something here. Backdoor screen. They look down low for Carpenter. It'll go across to Sam Quigley instead. Connor Asong going to try another three. That one is good. Connor Asong will get Tipton to 10. Right to Bates. Cross court pass. That's been giving Tipton a lot of troubles. That one caught by Morris. Nunley over to Morris. Back in the wing. He's trapped by two Tipton defenders. He's going to need some help. It'll come in the form of Nunley. Swings it around. Right has Bates on the left side. He's been hot from three. And he'll add in another one. Doubles the lead for the Eagles. Tipton not keeping a good enough eye on Tyler Bates. He's got several threes already in the night. Sam Quigley going to look to add one here, and he will. Sam Quigley's first shot of the game finds its way home. Responds to the Tyler Bates three. They've got Bates out on the wing. Even though the ball is down low, he's still dangerous from out there. Looks like Tipton's going to put some added emphasis on him with Sam Quigley out there to guard him. But it'll be Nunley to add two more for Frankton. The Tipton defense not quite working as well as it was yesterday against Frankfurt. Frankton, definitely a more polished team. As Jackson Money off the rim, no good. An unlucky bounce for Jackson Money. Tipton gonna need a stop here. Bates has it in the corner. He'll throw it down low to Gardner. It's swung around. Makes its way on the opposite side of the court with the right. Sam Quigley on the floor diving for that loose ball, but it will be collected by Morris. Cross-court pass intercepted by Connor Asong. He'll push it up. He might go all the way himself. Steps around the defender, hits the bottom of the rim there. 2 points no good for Connor Asong as here come the Eagles on the fast break. Morris is slowed down just enough, right? Has a teammate in the corner. That's Gardner for three. That one no good. The rebound falls straight to Carpenter. So look to push it up. Drives to the baseline. And he'll be fouled. He had Jackson Money waiting in the corner. It'll be an out-of-bounds play for Tipton. Maverick Conaway and Nolan Swan back in the game. Swan calling the play here for Tipton, setting up his teammates. They'll go in a box set. It'll make its way out to Hare, who is looking for some options. He'll hand it off to Carpenter. He has Conaway curling off the screen from Swan. Swan driving inside, spin move, trying to get all the way. It looks like that'll go out of bounds off of Tipton. Not sure if that was the right call there. It looked like it might have gone off a Frankton defender. Tipton pressing up a little bit higher on their 2-3 zone. Both players this time. We saw Money in the first quarter doing that by himself, but it wasn't working quite how the Devils anticipated as he drives baseline and it's stolen by Money. Here he comes. 3-on-3. Money going to try to go all the way. He has Conaway in the corner. That three makes its way home. 3 points for Maverick Conaway, and that's going to force the timeout from the Frankton Eagles. Tipton able to rally back just a little bit. They still trail by 6 with 4:06 left to go in the game. Frankton Eagles ball after the timeout. Tipton back to having money a little bit higher up on the 2-3 zone. Conaway going to fill in the other top position. They swing it around. They'll go down low to Gardner. And he'll take it for two himself. He's been looking for his teammates from that position most of the night. This time decides to get aggressive and score. Tipton not quite ready. It looks like they were anticipating the pass from Gardner. Not able to defend the more threatening of the two decisions, as Gardner makes the right one. Swan trying to work his way inside. He'll kick it out to Conaway for three. He was good in that position last time, and he'll add on another one. Maverick Conaway for three. The Devils trail by 5. As they look for a lob down to Gardner, it'll be collected. Swan tipped it, and Spidell able to help him collect it. Money with an athletic grab there, as Swan trying to get his way inside. Blocking foul called. That'll be against Joey Wright. Swan trying to weave his way out of the defenders that time. Looks like Frankton's done their homework. They've got the play call there, ready to go. So Tipton gonna have to do it the hard way. As what a pass that was from Grady Carpenter. I don't even know how he saw Spidell waiting there. Spidell getting a lot of his points from last night's game in that sort of similar way there, as he's just waiting down low on the block. Carpenter able to craft his way through the defense. As a three coming out here, that'll be Nate Moore for three. He'll add on to the Eagle lead. And as I was saying, Landon Spidell, he's always lurking down low, waiting for those passes for Carpenter. A similar role to how the Blue Devils scored a lot, as Landon Spidell adds on another offensive rebound to his tally. He might just be leading in that stat towards the end of the season. And he'll try to go down low, but that'll be rejected by Gardner. He might try to look on and add two more there. A little bit of contact there, but it's not called. And here come the Blue Devils on the other end. Carpenter looking for Conaway. He made his last 2 threes there. Swan looking to add on another one. He'll drive inside instead, and he'll be forcing the ref to call that foul. That'll go against Tyler Bates, and that'll be really helpful for the Blue Devils if they can get him into foul trouble. He's had the most impact offensively for the Frankton Eagles. It's a cross-court pass caught by Conaway after the tip. Jackson Money going to try a three there. No good. Jackson Money's had quite a few good looks. They just haven't been falling. They've been very close, though. I would definitely like to see him keep shooting those. Gardner down low. Going at Spidell. That's not an easy thing to do. They got the offensive rebound, but the putback's no good. Carpenter will collect the second one. Conaway for three again. And he'll get the lucky bounce there. You can call it luck, you can call it skill, but it'll find its way in either way. Conaway definitely contributing in this quarter with 3 threes and 9 points in the quarter. Unless I may have missed one. But at least 9 as he looks to tie up with the other team. He'll force the jump ball. Conaway providing some energy for this Tipton Blue Devils team. Trying to get them going in the right direction. Not a player you'd normally see in that situation, but that's what Tipton needs right now, and that's what Maverick Conaway is providing. Just under a minute to round out this first half. Tipton has been fighting their way back in the game. A three could tie it. As Carpenter going to try to do just that. It's no good. Rebound nearly gotten by Conaway, but they will end up with Joey Wright. Eagles with 40 seconds left to play. Let's see if they decide to go for the last shot here. Bates not in the game. They're going to have to score from somewhere else this time. Gardner has been contributing down low. It'll be up to the Eagles. They'll just take whatever good look they can get right now. It's 20 seconds left to go. The Eagles are a very smart team, always have been. They'll most likely be saving for the last shot. Unless Tipton can force a turnover. They've got 10 seconds left. It's down low, and Tipton, they get the turnover they were looking for. And they've got 7 seconds left to to figure out the best way to get a shot off here. Again, could tie it with a 3. And after the pretty bad first quarter that they had, I'm sure Tipton will love to see a tie here. Swan spins. The 3 is blocked. Spidell waiting down low. He'll be blocked on the putback. And your score going into halftime, Tipton trails 24-27. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to kick off the third quarter. Tipton trailing by 3 after a very slow start, but they picked it up towards the end, and Frankton's the team that slowed down, but the halftime break, who knows what we'll see coming out of it. Both teams with their starters back in the game. Foul trouble not enough of an issue on either side. As Tipton going to start out the half in a 2-3 zone, and Carpenter gets up for that one. Offensive foul, it looks like. Looks like it would have been a Carpenter steal either way. That'll be on Colin Gardner, the player going up to catch the lob. So Tipton with a chance to strike first. Conway over to Hasong. He has a swing over to Swan. Hasong back up for 3. That one no good to start out the quarter. Or the half, rather. Carpenter ends up with the rebound, goes back up. It looks like he was fouled on the floor. That foul on Brady Carmack. His first foul. Tipton with a out-of-bounds possession. He'll go in safely to Money. Back into the corner. Carpenter has Swan cutting off the screen. Back over to Carpenter. Corner 3. No good for Carpenter. A foul called. Looks like that'll be out on Hasong as he was fighting for the rebound with Gardner. Neither team scoring in their first possession to start out the half. The Eagles here with a chance to do it. Bates the hot hand in the first half. But it'll be a 3 from Moore. No good that time. Swan spins inside. He's going to look to get going in the third quarter. He had a very good third quarter last game. His Money almost ends up with a steal there. Not quite able to save it to a teammate. He was surrounded by Eagles. He will slow them down just a little bit. Carmack spinning in for 2. That one no good. A chance for the Blue Devils to take their first lead of the night as they got off to that slow start and haven't been able to quite take the lead. Hassan could do it with a 3 there. That one coming up short. Rebound falls to Conaway. And Carpenter going to slow it down. The Eagles playing great defense. Connor Hassan with a shot fake. He'll kick it out. Swung around to Conaway. His 3, no good. Rebound collected by Bates. Tipton a couple of good looks there. But similar to the first quarter, they're just not falling. Moore will swing it to Bates on the left side. Wright and Bates passing amongst each other. They're looking for something inside, but can't get it in there quite yet. As Moore, they still look for that cutter down low. Gardner has it. No room for him. Moore going to try a 3. That one no good. Rebound by Gardner. Tipton not boxing out there. Carpenter going to go up and grab that rebound. He was contested by Gardner. But he does end up with it. He's alone on the right side. Going to try to go all the way. He'll kick it out to Money. Elbow jumper. No good for Jackson Money. He had a great third quarter in last night's game. He'll look to repeat that here today. That foul going against Jackson Money. That'll be his first foul, his second foul of the game. As Sam Quigley makes his way in. He'll play at the top part of the 2-3 zone. Conaway a little bit farther back behind him. Looks like they're doing that just to cover that man on the elbow that Frankton's had. Kick ball out of bounds. That'll go back to Frankton. The ball gets inbounded safely to Moore. He'll dribble it out. He's looking for Gardner down low. He gets it down there. Defended by Carpenter. But his 2-pointer is good either way. Gardner with a size advantage down there. He's been a key piece for Frankton in tonight's match. Carpenter going to look for a 3 on the wing. And he'll tie up the game with that one. The first tie since 0-0 of the entire game. Tipton gets it about halfway through the third quarter. The Eagles want to retake the lead as soon as possible. Tipton holding on to a little bit of their momentum that they built up in the second quarter. Bates, well defended by Tipton this time, able to close out in time. Right, dribbling down low. He'll save it back into Gardner. He'll put up 2 points. The Eagles retake the lead. Tipton struggling to defend that matchup. Spidell or Hare would be a great piece to throw in there to try and switch things up down there. Let's see what Tipton decides to do here. As they get it down low to Carpenter. A contested layup, but he'll get there before the defender. Carpenter ties up the game once again. Bates down low, but that one's stolen by Money. Quick hands from Jackson Money as they go down to Nolan Swan. He'll try a floater off the front of the rim and no good. Looking to steal that pass, but nice play from Gardner. Not to throw that one out too early. Frankton looking to swing it on the opposite side of the court. Gardner has a man in the corner Swan needs to be careful of down there. It's Bates. They'll get it to him. Not enough space to shoot. Bates also a very good passer that we've seen in this game. A lot of threats on this Frankton team. Too many for Tipton to deal with at the moment. As Conaway going to pick up a foul, trying to contest that entry pass into Wright. Conaway's second foul of tonight's matchup, and they'll bring in Nunley and Spidell. Spidell, as I was mentioning earlier, a key piece down low for Tipton. He'll be able to give Gardner a different look at least. And he tries to put in 2 more points, but Carpenter gets the rebound. The foul going against Colin Gardner as he was trying to get that rebound for himself. They've been looking for that all night. Those physical rebounds that Tipton was able to dominate in last night, and they'll look to do that this game. But so far, it hasn't come as easy for them. Carpenter in the corner. He's going to try a 3. Trying to take the lead for Tipton for the first time, but not going to connect with that one. 2.5 minutes left to go. They have more. He's been looking for those cross-court passes. They get it down low to Gardner, uncontested 2 for him. That short corner giving Tipton a lot of troubles there. Able to get it down there, and then Gardner, it's just a matter of if he can finish or not. And most of the time he's been able to. Tipton can take the lead with a 3 here. Swan might opt for 2, but he'll kick it out to Carpenter instead. Well defended by Nunley to keep Carpenter out of the paint. Swan going to try a 3. That one no good. The rebound caught and brought up quickly by Bates. He's going to try to finish with the right hand. No good. Carpenter deflects just a piece of that. And it'll be saved quickly. It's a foot race. He's got 2 Eagle defenders. Quickly going to try to go all the way. That one good. Quickly with a clever finish. Able to. It looked like it was going to get away from him, but then he brings it back and it baited in the Eagle defender. Quickly brings it back to himself and then back up with the basket. That's a finish that we don't see too much, but it's a great one when you know how to use it right. As Farley trying to get physical down low. He'll be fouled on the ground. That'll be going against Nolan Swan, and that'll bring in Maverick Conaway, but Jackson Money is actually the one getting subbed out. Hare also making his way to the scorer's bench, and Spidell the one coming out. Swan with 3 fouls, needs to be careful for the last minute and 23 seconds of the quarter. It'll make its way in. Sam quickly there to defend on the outside. Bates passes over. Swinging it with Wright and himself. The 3 guards alongside Moore. The one's touching the ball for this possession. Seeing what they can get going as Moore going to try a 3. That one near the corner. No good. Swan able to come up with the rebound. He's got options on his left and right. He's going to go left with this one. Carpenter spinning inside. Frankton trying to get a hand on that. Swan going to pull up for three. That one makes its way in after a couple bounces. Swan takes the lead for Tipton. First lead that Tipton's had. 45 seconds left to go. Let's see if Tipton can hold on to this one by the time this buzzer runs out. No. Enter the fourth quarter with an advantage unless Moore has anything to say about it, which he does. Ties the game back up. Tipton with about 30 seconds left to go. It's up to them if they want to take the last shot or not. We've seen a couple turnovers by either team when they're trying to hold on for the last possession. Swan not going to have any of that. And air ball three, and it looks like that'll go out of bounds off of Frankton. Moore trying to collect the rebound. Conway putting some pressure on him. Tipton's going to get away with that one as they've got 18 seconds left. A substitution in for the Eagles, Jarrett Morris, coming in for Wright. Possibly trying to prevent him from picking up any fouls late in the quarter. Alongside Morris is Everson checking in. We'll see if they decide to start out with those two going into the fourth quarter, if they're just here to round out the third. Tipton spreading the floor nicely here, giving Carpenter a lot of room to dribble. He's got 10 seconds left. He's going to get by. Sam quickly from the corner. Not able to retake the lead with that one. Here comes Bates. Stop there. Moore from three. Did he get that one off? It does not matter. Tipton going to tie up the quarter. 36-36. It'll come down to the last 8 minutes. Well, it can't possibly get any closer than this. Frankton, a historically challenging team for Tipton. Both very, very scrappy and disciplined in their decisions. Frankton always giving Tipton a run for their money, and it looks to be just the same as Swan. Looks like he's going to try to kick off the scoring in the fourth quarter. Bounce off the rim and the backboard, but it'll go in. Swan with the first points of the fourth quarter. He's going to need to come up big here for Tipton. Devils need to stay disciplined on defense here. Frankton very easily could come back into the game as it'll be bobbled around off of Gardner down low. Back in the game is Jackson Money for Tipton, and those subs that came in at the end for Frankton did come out, so it's really just to prevent the fouls, which, if that's the case, then they definitely did their job. Preventing Tipton from scoring in their last possession, nearly getting one themselves. As Harris, he's going to swing it over to Money. They're going to look down low to Carpenter, the tallest player on Tipton. Going to look for some options. Conway, he had a good second quarter, and maybe he'll just have a good even number of quarters. Fourth quarter definitely starting off on the right foot for him. That's a big boost for Tipton. Look at the players. They're ready to go. But a foul there could stop some of the momentum that they built up. Tipton's definitely had a presence there on the elbow. Frankton trying to get the ball in there. That's where their offense have been kind of revolving around in the second half especially. Tipton trying to fight for the possession, not able to, not wanting to let Frankton have anything for free in there. Sometimes it'll result in a foul, and Gardner will come up away with a sneaky 2. Look at the pressure they're putting on the far side to Nolan Swan. I did see a couple of Frankton players here at last night's game where Swan came up big, so that may be why they're putting extra emphasis on him. As a foul called there. Very similar to the one that Tipton got called on just now. Denying the entry pass. That's one way the refs are going to get you on those foul calls. Very easy to find yourself over-committing there and putting on a little bit too much contact, as they're going to need to inbound the ball rather quickly here. They'll go to Money. They'll dribble it out to safety. Tipton leads by 3. Carpenter on the right side has a cutting. Swan decides not to use him until now. He's on the wing, trying to shake his defender. Gets all the way. Fade away. No good. Rebound collected by Gavin Hare, but he lost it. Nolan Swan comes out with it. He's going to look to slow it down. Conaway for 3. What a great play from Tipton. You love to see the hustle there. Both Gavin Hare and Nolan Swan coming up big. Linking up there. Gavin Hare coming away with the initial rebound. Fought for by Nolan Swan. Kicks it out. Maverick Conaway ends up with 3. And I mentioned maybe he's just an even quarter kind of guy. He's got 2 threes already in the 4th quarter. Bates, Tipton putting on extra pressure on him, treating him similar to how Frankton's treating Swan. The intensity here in the Inferno ramping up as Swan comes away with the steal. Here he comes. He has Money waiting down low on the left side, and he's good for 2. Jackson Money gonna force the timeout call from Frankton. Great job by Tipton to get this early momentum, and they've got themselves an 8-point lead. And if you're interested in Big Ten college football, currently Purdue and Michigan are tied at 7 apiece. That's where Jacob Dunn's at right now, actually. Shout out to him for helping out with the broadcast yesterday. He did a great job, but not able to come here tonight as he's watching that game down at Lucas Oil. Looks like they've got a close game down there. We've got a close one here. Both great games by the looks of things. Frankton gonna look to come up big here on the offensive end. It might come through Bates. They look to get it inside. That was Carmack down low. The Eagles still finding some success inside as Tipton puts on the pressure on the outside. It might be a way for Frankton to get back in the game with 2s rather than 3s. As Swan looks to put in a 2, he'll respond to that one. That shot a little bit tougher than the one on the other end. Swan so far coming up pretty big. Money looking for the steal there. That's what he's out there to do. It's definitely putting on some pressure. You can see Frankton a little panicked. More panic than we've seen them. Nearly a travel there, but he'll be able to keep that pivot foot down. Moore driving inside. He'll have Bates. The intensity revving up as Gavin Hare gets on the floor. A block by Carpenter, but it's going to go right back. Nearly getting another one, but a foul called. That's Carmack going back to the line. Swan reassuring Carpenter that that play is just fine. And it looks like that might be on Jackson Money, actually. Not sure who that one got called on. It looks like it would have been Carpenter. Either way, Carmack with 2 free throws. The first of which is good. He'll cut the lead to 7. Chance to get it down to 6. 4:21 left to go in the game, barring overtime. puts them both in, cuts the lead back down to 6. Tipton going to need to respond here. They're going to look to keep this lead at around 8 to 10. That'll be reassuring for Tipton if they can do that. Not wanting to put on the pressure by going any lower than that, but a turnover might just do it. Swan is able to collect. Tripped up on his own feet there. Then got some options down low right. Gonna think about the 3. It'll be Bates instead, but he missed that. Swan gonna look to slow down the pace of the game. That'll definitely favor Tipton at this point with the lead. Whoever does end up with the lead here, if Frankton is able to come back, definitely the clock going to be a big factor there is Conaway. He'll put in another one. Definitely an even quarter type of player here. Look at this man. Three threes in the second quarter. Already 3 in the fourth quarter. Conaway coming up big. Frankton goes back inside. They've had a lot of success there, and they're going to get 2 more from Carmack. Tipton sleeping a little bit on him. 7-point lead for the Blue Devils. They're going to look to chew up as much of this clock as they possibly can. Definitely working in favor of them as long as it keeps ticking down. Carpenter going to get fouled there. Carpenter puts in the first one. Sinks them both. Free throw is also going to be a key part if Tipton wants to come out with the victory here. 2-0 so far in the season. They definitely like to start off undefeated for as long as they possibly can. Frankton not wanting to have any of that. They'll swing it on the outside. The cutter inside. Tipton needs to be careful of that. It's covered by Jackson Money, and they're on the floor. A foul called. Let's see who that one goes against. That'll go against Gavin Hare. That'll be Gavin's first foul of the game. Nothing too big to worry about there. Hare's been anchoring the defense down low. Diving on the floor multiple times, going for those steals, 1-and-1. But right, no good this time. Frustrated with himself on that one. A game that could come down to the wire. Tipton needing to extend the lead here to make it as comfortable as they possibly can. Conaway, he's got 3 so far. He'll hand it off to Swan. Not looking to try anything too crazy just now. He's defended by Bates. Bates looking for a steal. Swan able to keep the ball for him this time. 2 minutes left to go. Swan, corner 3, that one. Extends the lead. Perfect from Nolan Swan. Extends the lead to 12. There's a corner 3 for nearly presented itself for more. And a travel called. Looks like that'll be a travel. It indeed will. Tipton able to get enough hands on that one just to make it awkward for Frankton. Timeout called by Frankton. 1:46 left to go in the game. Tipton leads by 12, and that'll force the Frankton full court press. Has been giving Tipton lots of troubles in years past, but a foul there definitely going to help out Grady Carpenter. So you're trying to dribble the length of the floor. 6th team foul against the Eagles. One more foul puts Tipton in the bonus. And there it is right there. Reach and foul. That'll go against Joey Wright. Sends Jackson Money to the line, shooting 1 of 1. He's good for the first. Free throws being a key part to the game. Both good for Money. We like to see those made free throws late in the game. Minute 40 left to go. Frankton needs a bucket here. They'll take anything they can get, a 2 or a 3, whichever one presents itself first. Cutter inside, Bates looking back out to Moore. Contested by Swan, in and out, rebound. Comes away with it, right for 3, and it's good for him. Ball makes its way into Swan. Kicks it over to Money on the left side. He'll slow it down. Needs to be careful from Bates coming in from behind. Timeout called cleverly by Coach Hawkins. Bailing Jackson Money out of a sticky situation there. Ball makes its way into Swan. Minute 10 left to go. As they'll foul Money, send him back to the line. He was good for his last 2 that he shot. Money at the line, shooting 1 of 1. No good on that one. So get back to the Eagles. Here they come on offense. Tipton needs to make sure to slow them down as much as they can, and a missed shot there, rebounded by Carpenter, will definitely help. They'll be fouled by the Eagles. Tipton sending all of their players back. Carpenter at the line. Still in the 1 of 1. One more puts him into the 2-shot territory. Carpenter, a chance to put his team up by 13. I think if it gets to that point, the game is just about over. Frankton. They're not going to give up just yet. So they need to push it down floor. Here he comes, right. Trying to get all the way. Takes it out. That one makes its way to Bates. They're going to need to get a shot up early. They'll come from Moore. Corner 3. That one no good off the rim. That was nearly good after I said that, actually. Swan going to make his way with the ball. Weaving through the defenders. He's got Carpenter waiting on his right side. Decides not to use him. He will now. Back to Swan. Last 30 seconds of the game. Tipton just needs to refrain from turning it over. And so far they're doing just that. Swan, Money staying composed. Frankton might be looking to foul at this point. And Swan dribbles through all the defenders. 10 seconds left to go. Tipton gonna make the comeback victory happen. It's a rough start for Tipton, but they will eventually make their way as as the victors of this game. Tipton with a really good comeback, showing discipline there, ending up with a 60-47 win. Tipton will take on Elwood, the rival is just to the east. Tuesday, varsity will start at 7:30, JV at 6. We'll see if we can get a player interview. We're still waiting to hear about that one. We're still waiting on confirmation as to whether or not we will be having an interview here. This is something new for Tipton Athletics Live, implemented at last game. So we're still working out the kinks on this one, but trying to kill some time here. We'll see which player we do get to talk to, if any. We'll see what we can come up with here. But Tipton with a very good comeback win. It was looking very sketchy at the start for them, especially in the first quarter when they were not shooting the ball well at all. It was up to Maverick Conaway really in the second quarter to spark the fire in them, and he came out big in the fourth quarter as well, hitting a few threes in each quarter. We'll see if we get somebody to talk to here. And it looks like we will, in fact, get Maverick Conaway here. We'll look to set things up and get that going for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Maverick Conaway. Maverick, can you hear me?
Sorry, what was that?
You able to hear me? Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. All right, Maverick. What was the key into coming back late into the game here?
I think we just kept moving the ball like a team, like we do in practice. Our transition got better. We know how to throw the ball up the court for layups and threes, so that's what we did.
And you guys had some shooting struggles early on in the game. How did you overcome those?
I think our coach at halftime just told us to keep playing strong and fight our way back into the game, and we were all just told to just keep shooting, and that's what we did.
What about Frankton? Today was particularly challenging for you guys. I know they've given us a history of some hard games. What about them tonight?
Yeah, Frankton's always been a physical team, just bumping and shoving, and just our team chemistry was on tonight, and that's what helped us get the dub.
I've got the unofficial stats here. You had 3 threes in the second quarter, 3 threes in the fourth quarter. How did that help your team tonight?
They just told me to keep shooting. My hand was on fire, and we were down a lot, and we just kept fighting back, and I kept clipping, and we got it back to the lead.
Yes, you did. And Maverick, you've got Elwood on Tuesday. What are you going to do to prepare for them?
We're going to rest tomorrow. We're going to come out strong on Monday. As Coach always says, expect the unexpected, but we're going to come out firing again.
All right. Thank you, Maverick.
Thank you.
Maverick Conaway, ladies and gentlemen. And that'll do it for our stream tonight. We've got Elwood coming in on Tuesday, so that'll be the next game for us here at Tipton. Thank you guys for watching the stream for tonight. And that'll